What's your most legendary two can play that game story? A few years ago, I scored my first big girl job as an entry-level data analyst, and thanks to my Muslim boss, there was a zero-tolerance policy for disrespect, especially towards women. Then there was my assigned mentor, let's call him Chris, who never blinked and had a plastic smile 24/7. 2 weeks in, when he found me crying from how overwhelmed I was, he sat beside me, handed me a tissue, and offered to do my hardest task for me. I was only 24 back then, naive enough to believe he was the kindest man to walk the earth. Until one evening when no one was looking, and Chris walked up behind me, tucked a loose strand of hair behind my ear, and whispered, "You've been working so hard." I almost shivered in disgust, praying that things wouldn't get worse. But of course, since I'm here telling you this god-awful story, I'm sure you can guess my wishes weren't answered, and that he did indeed get worse. Every day he was finding a new reason to touch, and sometimes grab, my waist, thigh, or face. So I knew I had to play him at his own game. Chris always came into my office at 6 p.m., so I asked my boss if we could meet at 6:30 p.m. And like clockwork, Chris appeared. But this time I got him going. When his face came beside mine to whisper about how nice I looked, I responded with, "I was hoping you'd notice." I felt his clammy, grimy hands move down my body, and that's when my Muslim boss walked in. "What the hell do you think you're doing? You're 63 and she's 24, have you lost your mind?" Chris turned red and tried to tell him I was leading him on. But instead of believing him, he fired him on the spot and told him he was being reported to HR immediately.